Welcome back to the plot on a very hot day. I was supposed to be here ages ago. It never works. Actually, we were up yesterday and we did a lot of harvesting yesterday, and dare I say it, I'm going to say it, I got a little disheartened because yet again there are areas where the weeds have just taken over, and it's that time of year where you're so busy with harvesting, and it's not just the harvesting, if I can hold the camera steady, it's holy moly the size of that pumpkin. I'll show you that in a minute. Oh, it wasn't that. In a day, I only watered it yesterday. Anyway, sorry, where was I? I swear I haven't got ADHD, but that was, well, okay. What was I saying? Okay, I remembered what I was saying. It's not just the growing of it and the harvesting of it, it's the processing of it when you get home. All this stuff has to have something done with it. So that's kind of where I am at the moment. And in amongst all of that, we have a lot of hospital appointments and just appointments and things going on just now. Car's going in for an MOT tomorrow. There's just a lot of things. It seems to be this time of year. So, not complaining today. Oh, I was fair moaning yesterday. That's why I didn't put the camera on, because I let it get to me. I try not to. I'm usually quite positive and optimistic, but there were so many other things going on that, you know. So today, positive. I will show you the areas that are annoying me. I will show you the pumpkin. I'm also going to get whatever scrap bit of wood I can and put it across the wooden compost bin, because I've got more stuff to throw into it and it's all starting to fall out. And I don't think the temperature of it is as high as it could be. So lots to do. Little time to do it in. What's new? Go on, I'll show you that pumpkin that distracted me. I hope you're impressed. That's a sunflower that snapped. I've just leaned it over. Look, somebody's very busy. Yes, I'm creating shadow. Anyway, that's not the pumpkin. The pumpkin is over here. Look, it was the bright yellow just caught my eye from back there. Now was it last week? Yes, when I put my hand to, and it was the width of my hand. And it doesn't look, did I just do it that way or did I do it that way? Probably that way, I would imagine. So it has grown a little, but I watered them a lot yesterday. Wait till you see, remember I had a little friend next door. Wait till you see this. The little friend has actually grown more than the pumpkin has this week. It's still very little, but very cute. That's St. Martin, and that is the Atlantic Giant, which is starting to go for a little walk. I might have to pull out that weeds and borage and all sorts of things. Now, this area will be no stranger to those of you who have been here before. That's the place where I did my parsnips twice. I've put in the kale. Carrots, they're doing well. That's the second lot that I sowed not that long ago, actually, and a lot of them have come up. Not all of them, but a lot. But the weeds are back, and I swear to God, I don't know. When I pull out the weeds, I'm taking them out by the root. So where the hell are these all coming from? Don't know. So I'm not going to moan about that. I'm just going to deal with it. But first of all, I'm going to tackle this. And I have to cut all that nettle back because I don't fancy getting stung any more than I already have this week. Find any bits of wood I can and screw it on. This will not be a DIY tutorial. I don't do DIY. I do more of what we call a galloping horse, which means a man on a galloping horse going past wouldn't be able to tell what a shoddy job you've done. That's what I do. Oh, I've actually just noticed the wood on this one, this has all come off, but that bit that's fallen down is actually holding up the pumpkin there, so I'm not going to do anything with that at the moment. I'll leave that until the pumpkin's finished and everything. I'll just tackle this one. So this is the before shot. I'll give you that. Oh, wind. Bit crap. When it's done, it's going to look slightly less crap. That's the hope. Okay, onward. I've just had a quick look in my corner there to see what wood I have. Not much. Wait, I'll show you the kind of thing I have. Because I don't I'm not someone who collects wood. Oh, I think that's actually the bit that came off it in the first place. See this kind of junk? Oh my good God, it's disgusting. It's got a bag attached though. Multifunctional crap. That's totally rotten, so I can't use that. Obviously. What am I going to do with that? It's got nails in it. Oh, that's a problem for another day. Right, I'll take the cover off of here, which is not a job I enjoy. You never know who's waiting to see you in these places, do you? Apart from the eight-legged freaks. I still haven't got over my bug thing. Unfortunate for a gardener, but there you go. Right. A lot of wood lice this year for some reason. I mean, yes, I have a lot of rotten wood on the plot. This should be hotter, I think. There's a good mix of stuff in here. I got one of these so I can see what temperature it is. And apparently it has to get to 32 degrees to be steady, thereabouts. 43 to be active, and then it can get hot. Mine is 19. That's a bit sad. That means it's not doing anything. So my composting, that's very dusty. My composting efforts appear to be for nothing. But if it's not, I wanted to get it because I thought if it's not getting hot enough, then if I'm spreading my own compost over the plot, all I'm doing is moving weeds from one area to another and sowing their seeds for them. And I don't want to do that anymore. Oh yeah, see, these are the jobs I'm not that keen on. Can you tell? Sometimes you have to do things whether we like them or not. Right, that is right in there. Holy moly. Give me some air. The planters in the front garden from my lettuce got too hot in the front. Put them in the back, growing great. Took the cover off yesterday. I took the cover off yesterday to water them and my air and all that sort of stuff. And I thought I'll cover them at night. Forgot. By the time I went out, I had to take a torch. And between the two lettuce planters and the little pak choi, there's only 3 little planters. 15 slugs and snails. There's actually 1 snail and 14 slugs. And I don't mean little slugs. These things were like monsters of the night slugs. So there it is. A thing of beauty. I know, don't get jealous. But it holds the compost better. So I can pile that right up and then we'll put the covers on. And actually I decided to use that little framework that I found. Yes, shadow, deal with it. I thought I'll put that there because I thought that was coming from the Atlantic giant. I don't know why my brain thought that, but it did. But it's not. It's coming from the St. Martin. So I thought you can have a little climbing frame to come down. I don't know if that's going to grow much because it looks like he's actually been really attacked, so I don't want to muck about with the leaves or anything. There's another branch coming off somewhere, so we'll see what happens. However, remember the disaster bay? Well, with my helper friend who is up, we have weeded it to within an inch of its life again. I'll show you down here. There we go. Little gap here and there. I might put a cabbage in there. I've got a couple of little things that I'm going to plant out. They might not come to anything at this point, but they'll be going out. And I left my pot out. Oh no, was that a snail? No, I think it was a nut shell. That is a Turk's turban. Again, it might be a bit late putting that out, but it was in a pot in the garden, wasn't doing much, so I thought I'll bring you up here and give you some space. So from here, that one's looking okay. That's good. So next time we'll tackle this one. This one's not so bad. I've been doing little bits as I've harvested, so the middle bit isn't drastic. There's a little bit down here and this middle area again, but I reckon the two of us working on it will get that done in no time, and then we can start on the other disaster area. But for today, yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. I did actually, you may have noticed when I showed you that, I did plant out some of the most pathetic looking specimens from the garden, and they were in pots, totally neglected and attacked, as you can see. But I thought, even for an experiment, I'll see if they come to anything. Who knows? Well, I don't have long to say cheerio because my microphone thing is playing up, and yes, I'm just going to say, if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully we'll be up in a couple of days so you can see some more progress, but until then, you take care of yourself.